Scott Burt from APC Magazine, here with my colleague and co-trainer at Prep to Finish, Todd Pudvar. Todd, what are we up to today?
Well, Scott, we're getting ready to spray interior latex paint on a door, and we thought we'd take a moment to share some tips and best practices to achieve a high quality finish. Today we're going to look at preparing the paint, making the proper tip choice and pressure settings, and what happens after we spray. In preparing the paint, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the material in the can has been thoroughly mixed. We're going to take our stir stick, regardless of whether it was shaken or not, and give the paint a good stir. You want to make sure that there's no sediments that have settled out in the bottom or any lumps of pigment or anything that's not what you want. And then you want to kind of make sure you got a nice viscosity, good flow. Now that you've stirred your paint really well, the next best practice is to strain your paint. And the reason that we like to strain our paint is because, first off, it combs your paint in a way that allows it to even flow smoother. So in running it through the strainer, now when it passes through the filters on your pump, it's going to come out of the gun much more evenly and create a better result. Now that we've prepared the paint, we need to dial in our machine and our gun. And to do so, we need to make the proper tip choice selection, and we need to get our pressure settings right. First place to start is at the back of the can by consulting the manufacturer's suggested settings for tip size and pressure. This product we're using today requires a 17 to 21 tip and suggests around 2000 psi. I'm using an FFLP tip, a 518. I'm looking for about a 10-inch fan, and I've already set my pump at around 1500 psi, taking into consideration that I'm using the FFLP, allowing me to lower my pressure. Now that we've got the initial settings on our sprayer set up, we're going to adjust the fan pattern and see how we're doing. What we're looking for here, ideally, is about a 10-inch fan. Nice and soft on the edges, fades away so your 50% overpass makes it nice and solid. Let's go spray a door. Now let's take a look at what happens after we spray. We've applied a nice heavy coat of latex paint to this door, gotten really good coverage, even side to side, top to bottom. And let's take a look at what we have to do next. And that is the environment in which this door cures and dries is really important. The manufacturer suggestions on the back of the can will tell you that 77 degrees is the ideal temperature for drying, which we agree with 100%. However, it's not the ideal temperature for spraying. When spraying, you want your room to be a bit cooler, more in the 50, 60 degree temperature, so it gives your product more time to lay down and cure. Latexes dry a lot faster than the oils we grew up spraying. Therefore, you want to give it a little bit of time, cool the room down to make sure it can level out, prevent stipple, and get a nice quality finish like we have here.